Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, Ryan Vincent, also known as Vinny the Handyman. I've done some videos before on interior doors. Today's video is going to be specifically on just the door trim. I had a lot of inquiries on how to do that and the specifics about it. So to keep it nice and simple, we're just going to focus on the trim and what do I do to accomplish that. And before this video gets started, I'm also going to show one of my construction buddies my new purchase that I have in the garage. So it'll be a surprise for him because I've been talking about it for about a year and he's been hearing nothing but, oh, Vinny's going to buy this and Vinny's going to buy that. So finally, everything came to fruition. So I'm going to film Kurt while I open my garage and then you guys will see what's inside. We'll see. All right, so we're going to have fun today, today's video. But again, besides what you guys are going to see in the garage, the surprise, we're also going to knock out this door trim.
Got 5 of them.
Well, that's right. You adopt them, huh? Okay, I got my van warming up. You ready to do a video today on door trim?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Let's do it.
But before I get started, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
All right, step over here. So today you're going to witness something pretty amazing. Go ahead.
Oh, no way. You actually got the Lambo?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. That is so badass.
Walk around it, man.
God.
Check it out.
Oh. Woo. Yeah, man. Hey, girl. Boy. Wow. It's not electric, is it?
No.
Wow, man. That's nice.
Tyson.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Woo.
Nice. His name's Tyson.
Hey, Tyson.
You nice, Tyson?
Hey, you smell my other dogs, huh? Look at that. The moth's like, hell yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so awesome.
So I went with the convertible. I was trying to get the hard top, but it is what it is,
Hey, it comes with whatever it comes with.
Yeah.
Hey, besides, you want to have it like this, man.
Yeah.
So you got that wind just go right through you.
Exactly.
People see who's driving that. They need a handyman right here.
That's right.
At your service. Damn, dude.
So we won't be taking this one to the job site today. We're gonna leave it parked, but we'll be taking the.
I would.
We'll be going for a ride in the white van because I know everyone loves the white van. Pretty cool.
Hell yeah, I love that. I guess.
That means I gotta dock your pay so I could.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pay for the maintenance.
Gotta pay for that maintenance and insurance.
Okay, so enough showing off for the morning. We're gonna head over to the job site. I'm gonna do some door trim work, and we'll have some fun. And maybe I can give Kurt a ride later in the Lambo. So, yeah. Anyhow, all right, let's go to the job site. Okay. If you notice, I have 45s up here. And I have an 1/8 inch gap. Okay, so the reason why you have an 1/8 inch gap is that you have these door hinges. So you gotta be able to clear them. So by clearing them, we're inside about 1/4 inch to 1/8. Okay, so that's the importance of that. And it gives a nice decorative edge all the way around the door. Okay, all the way around the door. So this is why that 1/8 inch gap is so important. All right, also, when you have your door latch, it also sits right here. So if this baseboard was pressed all the way to the edge, you couldn't get your door latch on and it'd be popping out. So that's why this is so important. And then we silicone the inside. You want to fill this in with wood filler. I like to sand mine and then paint them. And then we're gonna silicone all up under here. So everything gets silicone because what happens is that these over time start to move and you'll see like little hairline cracks. Like this one's already siliconed, so you can't tell. I'm sorry, caulked, not silicone, I use caulk, paintable caulk. And then it'll look perfect when we're done. So that's the end product. This has not been painted yet, so we still have to paint it. But again, this is the important part. Your finished millwork has to be on target. These are 45 degrees. So we'll be cutting 45 degrees today. And I'll show you how to match it up perfectly. But long story short, 1/8 inch gap all the way around. Okay, so to complete the job, all I'm using is a little small pancake compressor, any compressor will work. Even if you have one smaller than this, all you need is about 90 psi. It'll drive the nails just fine. I have a DeWalt nail gun here, and I like to use 18 gauge nails. Some people use 16. 16 seems a little too hard. It leaves a bigger hole, so I like 18 gauge, and they look just like this. Okay, so this is an 18 gauge gun as well, and all you do is you put your nails in here, slide it up so it's nice and tight, and then just snap that into place. You could rent Porta cable, DeWalt, you know, whatever's at Home Depot, but this is what I use, and it's fine. So just make sure you get the right gun for the right gauge, and you'll be good to go. 2 inches is fine because you're hitting not only studs, that's only a 1/2 inch away, but you're also hitting the door frame as well, so it should fit perfectly. Okay, so now we have the other side that isn't finished. So all we're going to do is use this molding here. All right, this is casing molding, and what I do is I just set it at the bottom here where you think your molding is going to go. Okay. So what I do is I just try to line up an 1/8 inch above this, or even a 1/4 inch is fine. So you can go to 1/8 to a 1/4 inch on the top of your door frame right here. Okay. So all you do is just kind of eyeball it where you want it to go. All right. And then what I do is I use my pencil, make a 45, so I know that the angle of the cut's this way. If you're new at this, you may cut it backwards and mess it up. Okay, so that's one side that's going to get cut, and then you would do the same for the other side. I'm going to grab another piece here. Okay, now a mistake you can make is cutting the wrong side, so just make sure you flip it upside down so you have the right piece to cut. Okay, once again, you're going to push it down, come right here, all right, for visual presentation, make a 45 so you know that's the angle to cut. Now, this is a 32 inch door, okay, 30-inch door frame. So your cut piece, so your 45 and 45, just add 1/2 inch, so it's always going to be 32.5. So if you have a 30-inch door, it'd be 30.5 up top. Okay, so if we came to this side, you see the same thing. We got a 45 and 45. This is the hardest piece to cut because, you know, now you got to make it nice and square. So again, if you just go add a 1/2 inch to it, you'll be fine and perfect every time. So 32.5 on this because it's a 32-inch door. If you had a 36-inch door, it'd be 36.5, and so on and so on. Okay. All right, so next we're going to cut these and nail them in. Okay, so I'm just using a 12-inch chop saw. You can use a 7 1/4, 10-inch, but this is a 12-inch chop saw. So you see my little line down here? I'm gonna do a 45 cut, so I'm gonna move my miter saw to right there. All right, so it's 45 degrees. Put my safety glasses on. Okay. Now, being if you're on carpet, if you're not exact, that's fine, because with carpet, there's play where you can go up and down on the carpet. So this looks like a pretty good cut. Now we're gonna do the next one. Okay, we're gonna change it to the other side. So that's why I like having my 45 cut so you can see them. If you don't do this all the time, it can get confusing. Right. So if you notice, I did a small scoring cut first just to make sure I'm on track where the 45 needs to be, and then I can adjust slightly if I need to, okay? So that's what you saw there. All right, so these two are done. Okay, so now you can see where this can have a little bit of play down here in the carpet. And look, my mark is right on target. And again, you can go 1/4 or 1/8 inch, and that's where it needs to be. All right, so what I do is I'm gonna put one nail to hold it, and then I'm gonna put one over here too. We're gonna put one brad nail to hold this, and then we're gonna put our top piece in. All right, so what I do is I do just one nail, just so I can manipulate the top header. All right, so now we're gonna put the top header in. Again, this is a 32-inch door, so I'm putting a 32.5-inch piece up top. So it's gonna go just like that. Now, if I were you, if you guys don't want callbacks, sometimes you'll get cracks down the road. It kind of vibrates loose. So if you have liquid nail, I use liquid nail. Right now I don't, I just have caulking. So I'm gonna put some caulking in between the joint and on the back, and then that'll help just give it a better seal. So let me knock that out real fast. Okay, so I'm just using DAP white caulking for that. I don't like using silicone. Caulking's the best, so because it's paintable. So I'm just gonna add some right here. All right. Just want to make sure that that 45 is perfect. Okay. All right, so let's see how the top looked. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at it now. You know, we got some nice clean 45 cuts. Again, I got my 1/8 inch all the way around the door frame, okay? So once you get this piece put in place, then you can go ahead and button up the bottom all the way down. So if I were you, I just, again, you know, put 1 or 2 nails in here so that way you can manipulate it. Put your top piece in, and then you can manipulate it over here, and then nail it down nice and secure. Now, if you notice, I put nails at the bottom because what happens is sometimes you'll get an air gap that starts. This starts to vibrate when the door shuts. So you want it nice and tight so it doesn't crack down the road. And then you just fill it in with caulking, all right, all the way down. And then you can, you know, repaint and touch up your corners here. Sometimes you can sand these down if they're bad. If you put your wood filler in here, you can sand those down so it's nice and smooth. You could use a sanding sponge for that. But other than that, that's it. Okay, so we're gonna finish buttoning it up, and then this door will be complete. All right, so now you can continue to manipulate this back and forth. All right, there's a lot of slack in it. You don't want to go too crazy with the nails because that's just more nails you gotta hide. So just kind of do them about every foot. So again, I'll put one right here, so that way there's no cracks. You don't want that to vibrate on you down the road. All right, so do another one here. And then every now and then you could put one on the outside, so that way that secures to the actual wood stud itself. All right. So if you go about every foot, it'll be nice and secure. You won't have to worry about anything. Okay. Okay, then I also have my paintless putty wood filler. All right. Now usually I'll leave a little dab of this sitting out for a few hours because it gets kind of really sticky. So just roll it around in your hand a few times. Take some of that moisture out because it will smear everywhere. You make a big mess. So you just want to kind of like dry it out a little bit. All right, so all you're gonna do is just run your thumb right there and then use your finger to fill in the gaps. It does a really good job. If you want, you could also use a wet rag to wipe off any residue. Or you could sand it later. This is a pretty good miter joint, so I don't need to sand it. But let's just say if it was out maybe just a 1/16 of a hair and you want it nice and flat, just take a piece of sandpaper and then it'll fill in the cracks with your wood filler and you're fine. And then again, you also want to use this on your nail holes. Fill every nail hole up. So that way when you go to paint it, it hides all the holes. That throughout the whole door frame, but you can see how it fills it in really nice. If you don't have any wood filler at home, then you could also use the caulking gun. Just keep in mind the caulk does shrink, so if you fill a nail hole up with caulking, it might shrink on you the next day, so you probably have to hit it with 2 coats. You know, if it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. But this stuff works pretty darn well. All right, now this door is ready for painting. Job complete. Okay, and just like that, another video complete. I hope you guys were able to follow along and see how simple it was to put up door molding. It's really simple stuff. Anybody could do it. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe. Leave a comment below if you guys have any other techniques that you use. I'm always, you know, willing to fill my toolbox with new information. But if you guys are just trying to do this at home, you know, this is a really simple job for you guys to do. If you guys have questions, leave comments below. Other than that, Vinny the Handyman signing out. Stay confident, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Are you my only fan?
Yes.